The bull market will end when we kill the final bear. That's right, baby dolls. You and me and Spoonie, that is actually your key for this bull market. Don't forget that. I have spent too much time telling you about this for literally 2 years, okay? The bull market ending has nothing to do with sellers, okay? It has nothing to do with, all right, is there a blood moon? Might be a bit of shocking dumping this year. Maybe there's a blood moon in March, blood moon in September. Okay. That's not the thing that stops the bull market. No. The thing is when you run out of buyers, okay? So you only run out of buyers, why? When there's all the bulls are in and you kill the final bear. This is me killing the final bear in 2021, friends, out here. So this is a giant, this is a real bear's paw, by the way. This is not Photoshop. So that's, you got to think about this, okay? So are there bears in crypto? Oh, yeah. Everybody's thinking of selling early. You obviously have Peter Schiff's one of the most classic bears. Yes, he did capitulate in 2021. In February, Bitcoin cracked 50K, and then he made his famous tweet. Not really famous. I'm the only person who ever covered it. He said, now that Bitcoin is 50K, I'll admit 100K is likely first before zero. It was actually, no. We went closer to zero first. It's kind of funny. It made him capitulate, which is one of those great moments out here, which is right when it finally happened. I mean, this is Bitcoin cracking that 50K. He basically had to capitulate, and that was pretty much it. It was over. Bang. Little did we know. Are we going to get something glorious like that? Maybe, friend. Maybe we'll see. We know Bitcoin at $98,000, $100,000. I wonder what number he's going to show it. You know, I wonder what number would make him like squeal. I really do wonder what it will be. I really hope, man, we get like a 300K or something. Oh man, that'd be good. So, like another way to say this, you know, the bull market ends when you kill the final bear. Yeah, another way to say that is where they say like bull markets end on euphoria. Yeah, they end on the explosive euphoria. Okay, and just like but the bear market, okay, how the bear market ends on the pessimism. It ends on the depression. Not starts, it ends on it. Okay. Also having some fun here. Shout out to Sommi fan token, guys. I was told crypto 2025 was meant to be pumping now. It's exactly how we feel, isn't it? But yeah, man, when I go back and I check the days, man, aren't you glad, friends? I checked the days out here for you. Like there's there were only 50 days of euphoria in the last cycle. And look, I actually drew, look at this sliver of window. Look at this green window. That was it. That was Dogecoin Mania, friends. 50 days. By the way, the second one was junk. You know this because 95% of coins never came back. It was new coins. It was NFTs and stuff. So it was literally just this 50-day window. And no one tells you when it starts or stops. No one. It's tough, man. I know it's tough. I know it's tough. This is others BTC, okay? Just to show you. Man, look at... By the way, yeah, you had 2 waves in 2017 Donald Trump cycle. Wave 1 and wave 2, okay? So I'm hoping we get something like that. But you just got to be prepared. You know, what if... See how this one was big and this one was trash? Okay, what if our first one's trash and our next one's big? That's why, like, the only real thing to do is to just believe. It's a believer's cycle. And yeah, man, if you do those ratio, man, 50 days out of 365 days, that's only 14%. Man, that's trash, man. That like 1 in 8 days you feel happy. Like I said, man, this makes no sense. That's why markets make no sense. Like for the average person, how are they meant to succeed in life? Like if someone does them wrong once, they backstab them. They're like, I'm never trusting that scum ever again. Okay. Yeah, but in markets, it's backstabbing you 90% of the time. 9 out of 10 days it backstabs you. It's just that one day it gives you candy. It's pretty sweet. You're going to retire off it. That's why we're here. Check out this Coinfessions Rekt post. I made 300K since November last year, mainly from the dog with hat meme. Then I lost $100,000 on leverage. My remaining $200,000 is locked on an exchange. I already raised multiple tickets, but no response from them. I'm still in shock. The money you worked so hard for disappeared just like that. Those feelings that you can finally make your parents proud disappear. That's kind of funny, bro. Ushering in your parents' name. Dude, we all know you're about to go blow your final 200K on leverage there as well. So this is just your warning, friends. Don't keep money on centralized exchanges. They can lock you like this. And just so that you know, a lot of these random boutique Chinese, Russian exchanges, you don't know, friends, it's always second or third world country. It always is. I'm not joking. It's always like China, Asia. It's somewhere there. What they do is they look for every reason to keep your money. So if you put a certain dollar amount in there, they keep it in there. All right? They literally keep it in there. and they try to keep in there for as long as possible. They try to trap you. So, and because they need you to fork out a passport or whatever. So that's what they do, because there's no downside for them. Like, hey, you put your money in there. Okay, so they're going to keep it. And then like, they can just do whatever the hell they want. You know, who knows? They could use it to provide liquidity. They can go earn yield on it. It's just, yeah, it's a nightmare. I mean, think about this, friends. If someone gave you like 1,000 ETH, you know, on your exchange, and you're a nasty exchange and you lock them out, you can go get staked ETH with that, and you can earn like 35 ETH with their money. Okay, but you're giving their money back, you're giving them 1,000 ETH back in like 12 months from now. Finally, after all these passport exchanges, you reply back 90 days, and they send back 90 days, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Maybe ETH is 10 grand in a year. You made 350 grand off this guy. You give him back his. You see what I mean? Like, they have incentives to do that, and you can't do anything about it. So please be careful of these centralized exchanges. Also, be careful of leverage. This guy was going to go blow the rest of his money. That makes sense, man. We know exactly what is going to happen in this bull market. More and more people are going to play these bull market Ponzi games. And look, it's open, free for all season. Okay, yes, we understand we're killing bears everywhere. But just be careful when it comes to the leverage part. You can get altcoin leverage, which is slingshot leverage, so you don't get liquidated every 5 seconds. You're going to actually, but there is a risk, right? You need the bull market to play out. Also, friendly reminder, I've met over 30 people who retired from crypto. Not a single one of them said they joined a $5,000 network mastermind group to do it. So I'm just telling you, look, it's okay if you do one. People out there, they want to run them. It's a free market, man. Free world. You want to go do these? It's okay. I'm just informing you. This 2025 year, if plays out the 4-year cycle, as I've shown you, it's a buying momentum year, but it's net sellers. So when we tick over, when December 31st hits this year, most of the cycles they've played out, they've all basically said you should be getting out. Okay. In 2018, though, the alt season ran for 2 weeks into that 2018. So basically, just to confirm for you, Bitcoin had a green December month of 2017. So in 2017, it had a green month, which I'll show you now. Bitcoin was green here. Actually, let's go down. See, it was green here. And then January 2018 was red. This was a take profit by altcoins riches month, okay? And then everything exploded here. Verge did 1,000x. Ethereum went from like that $800, it went up to 1,400. Everything had that final explosion. XRP hit that $3. That was pretty much it. Just around that zone. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how we're going to finish by the end of this year. You don't know exactly, okay, how where everything the top is going to be, but that's why hopefully you've been buying in the depression and hoping for a big payout. Also, be careful of conviction, friends. Be careful of conviction. So check out Mr. Pigeon. I hand you $500,000. You have to 10x it to 5 million, or you die instantly on January 1st, 2025. What do you do? And Soy, buy Soylana. So it's actually, he did okay. Like, it went up 2x. Yeah, it went up 2x, friends. But I just want to show you, Ansoy, when he posted it, he was coming hot off the dog with hat meme, because it was pumping up to like 1,000x a year ago, right? And it was still cranking up. So I'm just here just to gently remind you, people who get calls right, okay, their next calls, it doesn't guarantee that's going to be like a big unicorn winner. However, don't mid-curve it as well, because there are a network of people who will just buy things and go, hey, this guy's popular, there's a lot of retards following him, I'm just getting in because the retards are in, okay? And just to tell you, everyone does that in a bull market. Eventually, though, you run out of buyers. Eventually. You just don't know when. That's why we're looking for maybe my exotic top signals. You know, friends, with ULTI, so we saw ULTI today. Unfortunately, ULTI got declared a failed project. ULTI, you know, the Hex Vampire clone, it has 1,900 Ethereum trapped in the pool. So $7 million. Very unfortunate. But to consider that like an ICO raise. All right, consider it like it. See, it was only like 7 million. In 2017, EOS hit 4 billion with a B. In 2021, PulseX hit that 1.1 billion, and Paradigm hit like 1.4 billion or whatever. So the $1 billion number is the one we got to worry about. Okay, we haven't hit that yet. Potentially, okay, because you don't even think it makes sense. Every single cycle, the $1 billion raise is the signal to get, like, it's over. It's fully over now. Okay, because you have all these built up FOMO and demand. Everyone's saying everyone else gets rich. They're like, oh, I want to throw my money in and I want to get in at the entry price. Unfortunately, you're in with everyone else. So yeah, that's what happened with Pulse Chain fans. We bought too high. Yes, all the whale bonuses, they all meant shit, nothing. So this was a 600, but this is the thing, man. Pulse Chain was a $600 million raise, and then PulseX was the 1.1 billion with a B. Okay, in December of 2021. So that's the key. Once you see the $1 billion raise, that's a signal, man. It's done. Like it's really, really, really dangerous to be having a bullish forecast 12-month view. But I got to warn you again. That's why I love and appreciate every single one of you. And like, I'm making you smarter, wiser, friendlier everywhere out here. Look at this, okay? So when you look at Bitcoin, see December here. Here was the PulseX $1 billion raise. It was here. The chart still looked like it was uptrending. You see? It was still uptrending, man. It was still uptrending, okay? I also want to show you something. So it was still uptrending, and if you look at others BTC, this is where it gets very tricky, okay? So if you look at, here's December, man. Look at this, okay? So here's the $1 billion raise, and look what happens, man. We got to remember, these are weeks, okay? So these are, it's not like hours. It's just still, you live every day, okay? So imagine you see a $1 billion raise and like, oh crap, warning, I've got to get out. Well, look what you got to sit through, man. You got to sit through, we go up this week, and then it goes up and up and up. It goes up, and you have this retracement week here. Now you're in January. You're still high, man. You're still high. It's just, unfortunately, it's all over at that point. Also, you had to sit through Colt DAO doing 400x here, and Monkey JPEGs were still rallying. So that's important. During this period of time, I'm going to show you. See this, remember this, Q1 of 2022, and I've covered this many times here for you. This is what trapped everyone, man. In Q1 of 2022, Luna was still pumping. Let me show you that now. This is why it's very dangerous, man. Look at this. Like, you're calling for a bear market, but Luna goes up 80, 90, 100, $110. These friends, look at this. It just keeps going up. And let's put on a 3-day chart just to get an appreciation of these things. Yeah, it just keeps going up and up and up. You see that? But then eventually down. Okay, eventually went down. But this is 2022, okay? See how this makes a higher low Q1? It keeps rising. So what was our conclusion? Our conclusion is, let's say we get a standard 4-year cycle, and then it's done, okay? Our mindset won't be that, okay, now that I have, let's say maybe you have like 75% stable coins and you got 25, because remember, you got to do it on probabilities, right? Because you can't just take profit based on your X's, friends. If I've told you all my video strategies here for you, okay? You want to take profit, the market doesn't care how onside or offside you are, dude. Okay? What you have to do is you have to invest for the future. So maybe in December of this year, we have to think, okay, by December 2026, what are the odds we'll be in a bear market by that point? Okay, you're investing for 12 months from now. So even if you think it's going to be an extended cycle, you won't see 100% chance. You might still say, oh, maybe there's a 50-50 chance. Okay, that you're basically saying by 2026 December this year, you're saying that you should be in 50% stablecoins. Okay, that's what it would. That's what you're basically telling yourself right here. So if you get to December 2026, you're like, hey, in 12 months from now, we'll either be in bull or bear. Okay, you got to assign odds here. You don't know what they're going to be, but I'm just trying to get you to understand that, okay, even if you're pretty sure, how sure are you? 80% sure? Okay, well, guess what, man? Having 20% stable coins can still save your ass. Because look what happened in the past 3.5 years. People had no stable coins. A lot of people got destroyed. No stable coins. They had nothing. Literally nothing to DCA with. They're just sitting there. They can't do anything, okay? So right now, by the way, you're probably asking me, Sommi, what are the chances we're in a bear market now? Okay, look, man, yeah, I got 5 or 10% chance, just like everything else, but like I got no stable coins. So like whatever, we're gonna go down, we go down. You see, so you break the rules a bit here and there. But at some point, we're hitting the tasty tubes area of this year, and then you got to think 12 months ahead. Okay, so if you look at the 4-year cycle though, Q4 of this year, that's pretty much what you got to think about it. Okay, and now that you know, I've told you about Luna. I even told you, friends, Bored Apes. So Bored Apes kept rallying in 2022. It was really tough, man. Like, they kept making new highs. So imagine you're calling for a bear market, but the extreme JPEG rate risk-taking stuff kept going and going and going. It's tough, man. It's tough. So you can't look at these as the rule. You look at them as the exception. Like, we've already planned for this. So I pretty much now know in my mind, I've already touched my friends, highest value content in crypto with very, very straight posture and very, very squeaky chairs. I've told you, let's say we hit Dекember this year and we're moving into 2026, which is right here, okay? 2026 starts here. I'm expecting in like this first 3 to 4 month window, there's going to be like some altcoin poop coinery. There's going to be some runners here. Okay, there's going to be a few runners. There's going to be like, you know, EOS, friends. EOS raised the $4 billion. It did it in like, let me check its raise. Wow, man. Actually, it finished the raise in June of 2018. My gosh, friends, we're already deep in a bear market by then. Let me show you. Wow, man, June 2018. That's wrecked, man. That's disgusting. June 2018, it was like totally over by that point. Right, altcoins were already down 90 to 95%. What am I going to do is I'm just going to show you the, let's go look at the EOS chart. Wow, man, that probably means we're probably going to have something that runs halfway through next year, 2026, and tricks everyone. So what I'll do now, I'll show you this EOS price chart. So the ICO was still running, but look at this, it peaked in May. By the way, it was all over by May as well, okay? See how this is the crazy part. You know, EOS went so big, and EOS peaking in May was the reason why others BTC, which I'll now show you now in 2017, 2018, had this triple peak. Look at this. You see this? Friends, this is fake. This is just EOS. Okay? This is not real. Okay? This is not alt season wave number 3. That's just EOS and some weird stuff appearing new in the cycle. They mint high supply and they all dump. Okay, that's why others, it's good, but it's not perfect. Because there are coins, all they did was, friends, they launch high and they're just total grifting. They just dump in immediately. But then they entered the index. So they launched the token, whatever it was, launches 50 million market cap, everyone starts dumping. All right, that's something to think about. Okay, that's why there was only 2 waves, wave 1 and wave 2. Okay, this one is just this weird type of like complacency. But basically, Bitcoin's down, there's FOMO money, and they all jump into these new coins. So it's not your coins don't come back that you're holding from like the previous 6 to 12 months. It's a entirely new subset of stuff, and it's just all exit liquidity. But still, friends, you look at all of these, and the 2025 crypto strategy is still bet more than you can afford to lose. I love making these pictures out here. Everyone out here, look at this, mining all these cool crypto coins. Yay, having fun out here. But now you get to see it. We're now mentally prepared. 2025, okay, bull, fun, friendship, everything. 2026, there will be odds that it's a bear market by the end of that year. You have to walk into it. January 2026, you think, okay, man, what's stablecoin percentage? That's what I'm just telling you, like, you know, people are going to disagree, and that's okay. Some people will say 90% chance we're in a bear market. Some people will say, most people will probably say 10%. That's usually what happens, right? Maybe there'll be a white swan that tries to change everything. You have to decide that yourself. You can't go wrong 50-50 though. You can't go wrong. You will regret it no matter what happens, but you can't go wrong 50-50. You can't go wrong. But it's going to be tough, friends, because you're going to get your Max Kaisers saying you will never be able to buy back that Bitcoin ever again. You've lost it forever. And it creates this FOMO feeling in your heart, this fear of missing out. You're like, oh, crap, I should get back in right now before the price runs out before me. But, you know, it's kind of funny. You don't believe that now. I don't either. So you're like, man, Sommi, can that really, really happen? I know, man. It feels like it's full of shit right now. Yeah, that's why we need a white swan. Okay, nothing is going to convince you and me that it's going to be extended run or anything. We need an actual white swan. Like, we need Donald Trump. Let me say it again. Capital punishment for anyone not buying altcoins. You know, we need an actual white swan. We need something where we're like, oh my gosh, me lord. The 4-year cycle might actually be broken. We need something like that. And think about what it is. Bitcoin strategic reserve. Yeah, maybe Bitcoin, maybe US Congress goes, you know what? Let's just put 1 million Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Just something ridiculous, okay? And China goes, you know what? We're going to buy 2 million Bitcoin. We're like, oh my gosh. That's what it would be. Man, now I thought about it. That's the ultimate That's the ultimate manifestation, friends. China and America enter a battle where they publicly declare they want every Bitcoin that they can get, and they actually fight each other for it. That will be scary. But imagine they declare it December this year. Are you going to get out? No. Every single person is going to be saying, how the hell can you be selling when the two biggest money printers in the world are literally buying this commodity? They literally told you they're buying it. How could you be selling right now? I hope we don't get that. That would be, who's going to click sell? Who's going to click sell, friends? No one. No one's going to click sell. That's the ultimate news event. But that seems like a wet dream right now. You know what I mean? Like, just to show you, that's how, it's a reflection of how depressed we are right now, because I had to imagine a scenario where both of the biggest world governments publicly declare, which they shouldn't, that they're going to buy this public commodity and they haven't bought everything yet. Like, if you're going to buy something, dude, you do it in the background and you declare you bought after it, okay? So I hope you've learned a lot today. We've like uncovered like how deep our psychology and our damage has been so far in the market cycle. But also I've shed some light as to how this cycle can play out, right? We're looking at these others BTC. I want to see this number up here. Please, please, please. That'd be lovely. But yeah, you understand, moving into this year, we'll have to assess the probabilities of a bear market. Let's talk about them later in the year. Right now, friends, like everyone's selling in February right now. Like, they're selling January, February, friends. Like, there's a March blood moon. Everyone's selling. They're saying selling may walk away. We know they're full of crap. We know they're selling early. So, yeah, you still have to give it a probability. Yeah, so we'll see how the rest of the year plays out there. Be on the lookout for those things. And don't forget, okay, you're preparing yourself now. We might walk into January 2026 knowing, I'll say, hey, chances are we're in a bear market. But a bear market doesn't mean everything goes down. It just means most things are down. There are still new ICOs, new desperate things, new projects. The Luna kept running up. The JPEG, Monkey JPEG, Bored Apes kept running up. Okay, so you do still expect that. And what would even make me more convicted is because what people will say is they'll say, how can we be in a bear market? These things are still running. This is not a bear market. This is a bull market. And that's when they start talking about that, that's a D word, friends. You ever heard of denial? That's the D word. So what I'll do is I'll show you my, I have a nice Doge chart here with the Wall Street cheat sheet. Maybe at the end of this year, we get that final complacency, but then we have that part, anxiety and denial, okay? Anxiety and denial. My investments are with great companies. That's why we're not in a bear market. How can we be in a bear market? Things are still going up. We're fine. And then Bitcoin goes down so far, just enough, and they don't say we're not in a bear market anymore. They say, it doesn't matter. Crypto always comes back. That's the denial part, okay? Oh man, that's hard. But you know, denial, friends, we are in, that's the bear market going down momentum. We're actually entering the bull market going up momentum part. We're in optimism. The opposite of denial is optimism. Optimism is like, this rally is real. Okay? See, we're right here. We just need that first thrust up. Like, yes, the bull market's actually on, but right now it's not. We're waiting for that unicorn. We're like, you know, Bitcoin, you got to crack 100K. There's got to be something else telling us this thing is really, really real. So that's exactly where we are in the cycle. Hope you appreciate it, just like I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, button, or catch you soon.